Ooh, child, I ain't been up here in the stew in a long time. Is y'all ready to talk about Tasha K and this doggone IRS thing, girl? Let's talk about it.
Come on, Blazer.
It's the beef for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo back with a quick little jose. And we about to jose Tasha K, y'all. Now, as some of y'all know, if y'all been watching my videos, I've been talking about this feud Tasha K has had back and forth with Cardi, right? She done exposed Offset for doggone cheating or whatever the case may be, dropped some videos. Cardi responded and told her basically she gonna call her lawyers and she think you don't know. Well, you think I don't know where you hiding this money and all whoop. I got somebody, a PI or whatever. Then more back and forth. Offset insinuates that his wife was cheating. Well, he said it, that she was cheating, and then hurry up in a post to delete. And then Cardi responds, and Cardi was like, what she said? First of all, let me say, you can't accuse me of all the things you know that you are guilty of. And let me tell you something, that made me go get my Keisha Cole stuff. I had to go stream Keisha. I had to go get Keisha out the closet, girl, because listen, that Keisha Cole era, next level, you hear me? But anyway, that's not why we here. So it turns out Cardi wasn't lying when she said she was going to get somebody, right? She was going to her lawyers or whatever the case may be because, and she also made a statement on there saying, we'll see how you have a different tune on Monday or something to that, I'm paraphrasing. But Monday came and Tasha K was in the court for the IRS people, for the three-letter people. Look, listen, I told y'all and I tell y'all this all the time. I do not mess with the people that have 3 to 4 capital letters. They never good. Never. You hear me? But so apparently she went down there to them people and allegedly, this is what they said, not me. This ain't what I said, this is what they said. But allegedly, she done went down there to them people and they were asking her a series of questions about her bank accounts. And they asked her, hey, look, do you have a bank account in Africa? I think she says no. Then they said, well, do your husband? She said, I think he did when he was a child. And I'm sitting here going, girl, what? And then asking her about moving money. Then they asking her about her businesses. Now, listen, if y'all didn't know the girl Simone from Girl, Is That Legal? I had did a video on her. And she basically, well, it was a video on her and her man basically scamming the internet, but that's another video. But listen, so she decided to hop in Tasha K's, her messages or comment on her post that Tasha K put up there apologizing to Barty Gang in the most insane manner, girl. Listen, when Tasha K put that apology out there, I couldn't believe it. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this girl is really insane.
So excuse me, y'all. I decided at the last minute to add some receipts. And this is what the apology said. It says, I want to send a sincere apology to Barty Gang. It's my fault as to why y'all don't have a second album. She's been in court with me for 6 years, distracted from her purpose. Now going on 7. Atlantic is broke and won't help pay for her second album. Offset is in court fighting to release an album, and my good sis-in-law sold her rights to the catalog off too early in her career. Now there is no money to produce the album. She is constantly taking car insurance ads to keep the lights on and pay lawyers to continue to chase me down for money I don't have. I'm so sorry for distracting y'all, Queen. Atlantic refuses to give her money to produce a second album because they took such a loss on her first album that she is now starting to promote 6 years later again. Again, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. But if you want music, real consistent music, please stream Barbie World this Friday. Hashtag Ice Spice is from where she is from and can give y'all the music y'all need instead of giving y'all a Tasha K album. Now listen, let me just say this before we get back to the video. It was a cap when you said that her first album didn't do numbers. That album was off the chain and it did numbers. But ultimately, this was Tasha's response. Listen, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, this girl is a real life savage. This is what she put to this girl's Barty Gang. You know what I mean? After basically getting her all riled up. And again, I just wish Cardi wouldn't have even, responded to her. But I guess that's just the one thing that gets under Cardi's skin. So here we are. Now let's get back to the video, because I'll be dropping a little bit more receipts coming up in this video.
But anyway, Simone decides to get up there and say, I feel sorry for your husband.
Commercial break. So now here's where attorney Simone Redwine, I guess that's her name on Instagram, commented under Tasha's post, and she said, I feel sorry for your husband. You're taking money out of your household strictly for ego. It didn't have to go that far. And I'm thinking, why, Simone? Because Tasha responded and said, this is the third post you've made about my husband. Why is an attorney and TV producer so worried about my husband? Aren't you still trying to secure yours at the overly educated age of 50? Oh my God. She goes on to say, child, my husband initiated the lawsuit. I'm just a mouth. Anyways, when are you getting married to your TV fiance? I can't wait to report on him and his side chick. Ooh, coming soon to a blog near you. Leave the blogs, go fight a case, plan a wedding, and leave the dark women to fight in the mud. Now, Tasha, what do you mean by dark women fighting in the mud? I don't fight in the mud. But this was a read. Let's get back to the program, girl.
Y'all remember that movie? What's the name of that movie? Boys in the Hood. At the was it Minister Society? It was Minister Society where they walked in the store and the Asian man told I forget his name, but told him, I feel sorry for your mother, and then they end up shooting the whole store up. That was kind of equivalent to how I took it, because I'm like, girl, you could have said, hey, Tasha, you could have just left this alone. Like, leave it alone, or it's going too far. You could have said something like that, but to say, I feel sorry for your husband, now y'all know Tasha K gonna clap back. Tasha K claps back and was like, girl, you need to shut up before I expose your husband for his cheating. She said, it's the third time you done mentioned my husband. Now, I'm building to get up to this IRS thing, girl. So, Simone on her channel, girl, is that legal? Y'all go check it out. She basically pulls background checks on people. She could tell you about their credit, their churn, their mama, everything, girl. So, she goes on her platform and pulls all Tasha K stuff, and we find out, you know how Tasha got that Tasha K Live thing, girl? Well, apparently and allegedly, because I ain't say it, they said, Simone said it. That ain't what I said, that's what Simone said. But I'm going to put allegedly up here anyway to save my ass. You know what I'm saying? But they said that Tasha K, right after the judgment with Cardi B, and she, was found to have to pay that girl $4 million, Tasha K took her TashaKLive.com website out of her name and put it into her husband's name. And I'm saying, girl, you can't do that after them people just told you you got to pay somebody money. That's like stealing on the low. You know what I mean? But to make matters worse, and to make matters worse, we already know that Tasha K went off to Africa with that video, basically insinuating that she was hiding monies in front of the bank and all of that. Talking about all she got is $300 or however much it was, and she gonna give it to a wino and all of this. It was a lot of dragging that Tasha K was doing. But I'm just sitting here going like, girl, you is in front like, I don't think this was the judge. I think this was like somebody who just taking the notes or whatever. And oh, by the way, who else was at the IRS court with Tasha, or the proceedings or whatever they was? Cardi B lawyers. Girl, I died. But the IRS was at Tasha K's court proceedings with Cardi B. So they working hand in hand, because apparently Tasha K owe all kind of people money, girl. But anyway, they asked Tasha K how much money she owed the IRS. And Tasha K said, oh, just about 120. But Cardi B lawyers intercepted and said, no, you only owe 92,000 or something of the magnitude. And I'm sitting here going, girl, where your lawyer at? Now they say her lawyer was in there, but I can't believe for the life of me her lawyer is letting her just answer these questions willy-nilly like this. You know what I mean? Did she not have her documentation? Like, what's going on? So then they goes on to ask her, they said,
we're not gonna get
what about the taxes? The taxes.
Oh, I was gonna say that for that. Well, okay, so she's, in her filing, she talks about her taxes, and she was asked about how much tax do you owe. This is crazy now. So you're telling the trustee that you owe about 120,000 in taxes. You owe 120,000 in taxes, and as she's saying this, the IRS agent cuts in. Wait a minute. Miss Kiwi, you owe, well, you reported $92,000 in back taxes.
Mhm.
Well, hold on a second. But there's some filings missing. So why did Tasha say, well, I'll get that to you tomorrow? Ain't nobody get no tax. It's nobody get no, you're not getting no tax return till in one day. That's not happening. So she gave it until July 14th to produce all the missing tax returns. And she probably needs to get with her tax accountant who supposedly had made these filings.
Right.
They went to ask her about these 2 Louis Vuitton bags. Because, girl, they want everything down to the bags and the shoes. Do you hear me? Tasha K said she don't know where the bag's at.
I don't understand. Dennis, that threw me off. I'm like, well, why would you list it and then say you don't know where the bag, you obviously know where the bag is, and these people are not stupid, and then say that the bag was used, trying to suggest that it has lesser value, but then you say you don't know where it is. And then but she did agree to cough up the bags.
Well, she agreed to take pictures of the bag.
Right. Once she located them.
When she located them. Right. So,
Girl, I cannot. I was like, oh my God, Tasha K, like, it's one thing to do something, act a fool in civil court, because, it's civil court, you know what I mean? You can't go to jail in civil court, for the most part. But with the feds, because IRS is the money police. Y'all, the federal police is our FBI, CIA, and all of them folks, them capital letter peoples. But the IRS is the money police for the federal government, girl. This is not, you're not down here talking to Detective Tibbs and he asking you about where your money at, girl. This is the big people. This is the big people. Then they asking her for documentation for how much she made in the last few years. Tasha K said she don't know, she ain't make this much, and whoop. She claims that she basically only makes like, I want to say like a few $1,000s in her husband a month, and her husband makes like 20-something thousand a month. And I'm going, what?
I want to point out something else. Now we're talking about earnings.
Mm-hmm.
So she stated that her husband makes a month close to $23,000 a month, and she makes what, like $3,000 a month?
Mm-hmm.
So is her husband the talent or is she the talent? And why is he making more than her? So this raised another flag. So your husband is making 20-something thousand a month, and you're only making 3, but you're the talent.
And he represents you.
Right. Well, she said she had no representation.
Well, but he's working for you.
He's right. He's working for you. So he's making 20-something thousand, and you're making 3,000. Now, how many people in the chat believe that is a sound answer when she's the talent? So he's basically slaving you while he's collecting the bag. Is that what you're telling the court?
She's not telling the court that. She's acknowledging that they've tried to be sneaky with the money and give her a smaller salary so that which I think could possibly have worked if they weren't married.
But remember, she moved that company out of her name and into her husband's name. Now listen, Simone from Girl, Is That Legal? She's the one who put that out there. She was the one who came out and pulled her whole background check, girl, and was like, nope, this not this what she did. She moved this is illegal. And Simone is an attorney. I don't know if she's like a tax attorney, but she does a lot with money. So I'm taking her like, okay, she know what she's talking about. And it sounds about right. Girl, allegedly they said Tasha K moved that company out of her husband's name, out of her name into her husband's name to basically avoid paying Cardi. And then they said the courts asked her what her documentation is showing what she made in the last 3 years. She don't have it. They said she got to June 15th. I was watching the Hip Hop Inquirer. I forget that man named Byron. I can't remember his name, but his name Byron. And the website, not the website, but the channel is the Hip Hop Inquirer. Y'all go check it out. He had Simone and another attorney on there, and they were speaking about it. And basically, he was giving motifs too, because he said they was at the court. And they had, I think they're trying to still get the recordings of it all. Girl, it was a lot. And again, this all started from a beef that she had with Cardi. Now listen, I like Tasha K. Tasha K never did me nothing. She don't even know me. She don't even know I exist. I mean, Cardi's cool too. You know what I mean? I haven't listened to any Cardi music since Barty said, little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive. These is red bottles. These is blood shoes. That was the last time I really listened to it. You know, the first album dropped. No, I did listen a while. But I like Cardi too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this all could have been avoided if we go all the way back a few years ago when Tasha K put the video up and Cardi said, hey girl, this is not true, take this down. Let's go further. Let's say you didn't take it down. When she sent you the cease and desist, instead of getting online, Tasha, saying you wipe your ass with cease and desist, that was out of pocket now. Come on now. Now we got to be real. Fan or no fan, that was out of pocket. It was like you were taunting her. And in my mind, I'm like, Tasha K must have some real good tricks up her sleeves because she hella like confident about the shit she doing. Like, you know what I mean? But apparently and allegedly, they said, not me, but they said, that's the furthest from the truth, Tasha could be facing, possibly, they said allegedly, that Tasha could possibly be facing jail time for bankruptcy fraud, girl. Because you know she went down there and right after she put the name, right after she put the business in her husband's name and I guess moved out of her apartment, or that's another thing they said at the court proceedings, they said she moved out of her house and into an apartment. So they asked her, and allegedly they say her kids is up in Africa. Her kids ain't even with her. But they asked her how much she paid a month in rent for her apartment, and she said $2,300. I don't know if it was Cardi B lawyer, because you know he was intercepting as many times as he can, but he got up there and said, no ma'am, it's starting at $6,500 to live in them apartments. And I'm going, girl, I know you lying to me. Tasha, you can't just jump out the window. You not confirmed with your lawyer, like, hey, what should I say? You know what I mean? Before you just answer. I was floored. I was just like, oh my God. Like these people, and I feel like what they're doing is basically asking her questions to get her later. Like they're just documenting her answers right now. That's literally all they're doing. All they're doing is asking you questions so they can go ahead on document. So when they come back with their receipts, you're going to have to answer to them lies. Because it's coming off like willful lies. Because you're not saying, I don't know, let me check, whoop. No. None. You just answering these questions and firing them off. And these people are setting you up for the kill. Now listen, I understood Tasha K's sentiment when she said, I didn't want to take the video down because as a content creator and a blogger, if I take those videos down from you, then it's going to be a whole bunch of celebrities hitting me up saying, take my video down or I'm a suit. So I wanted to stand my ground. I understood that. I ain't gonna lie. As a content creator, I understand that. You can't bend. However, when you talking about a high profile celebrity who's sending you cease and desist, who can potentially sue you for every little thing you have, I would have taken it down. Now, if it was a regular person, probably we had to discuss it, but I would have taken it down. Honestly, with my integrity, if she would have hit me and said, hey girl, this is not true, take that down, I would have took it down. I ain't gonna lie. I would have took it down, and then I would have turned around and made a video apologizing for even having somebody on my platform saying that. But ultimately, I feel like Tasha's ego has gotten in the way of her, and she cannot basically differentiate shit from sugar. Because right now, Tasha, you are not in sugar, baby. You in shit. The people trying to bury you down there, girl. And your husband, too, because they said you went down there and filed the Chapter 11, but you filed it in your name, but you're not supposed to file it in your name because it's a business chapter. I don't know, something of the sort. Then they said that the stuff you listed on your paperwork for your assets, you were not saying certain things, you were not putting everything on it, it was just a lot. It was a lot. Now, on the Hip Hop Inquirer, on the Byron Dude channel, they went up and pulled up Tasha K Live to see, you know, what it looks like. And at the very end or bottom of the Tasha K Live sign, it has her husband's name. That was yesterday because I was watching it. Now, today, when he did a stream, he pulled it up and her husband's name was gone. So he believes that she's basically watching all these videos and these lives and making moves. But the problem is, it's too late. According to him, it's too late. You know what I mean? And I just hate this for Tasha because I feel like Tasha is paving the way and standing up for all bloggers when she basically gets up there and, you know, stands her ground. However, in this type of situation, it's not worth it. It's really, truly not worth it. None of this is worth none of this. Like, if you would have just taken it, and let's just say you went through the lawsuit and you owe the people $4 million. You owe Cardi $4 million. If you had just said, okay, fine. I'm going to leave Cardi alone. I ain't fucking with Cardi, whatever. That would have been suffice too. But when Cardi made the comment about the billionaire son turning up at a concert, which I thought was odd myself, or his stepson, you had to respond to her. And I didn't understand why. It was so unsolicited. Like, all of this stuff is really unsolicited with Tasha. And like I said, I like Tasha. I just don't understand, like, what's the hard on with this girl. Now, I also been watching Armand Wiggins' girl. And you know, Armand Wiggins drugged Tasha by her edges, girl. I felt secondhand embarrassment, girl. But he alleges that maybe Nikki done gave her some information talking about Tasha, and now she over there, every time she say something horrible or horrendous, she's hollering, scream Barbie's world, or whatever the case may be, basically attaching you to the BS, and you don't need to be attached to it. Now listen, he has a point. I don't know if that's true. I know she's a Barb and a Nikki fan and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, but my question is, I have a couple questions. Number one, does that drive her hate for Cardi? And maybe she don't hate Cardi. Maybe she just feel like Cardi's just, you know, stupid and she just want to drag her. And hey, if that's the case, I'm all here for it. But does her being a Barb drives her wanting to just go at Cardi every single chance she gets? Because, you know, with these fan bases, all of them, Beyonce's Beehive, Bardi Gang, what's the other one? What's Nicki's? The Barbs, the Taylor Swift people. Everybody got people, Natasha K people. Everybody is like a fanatic over the person that they like. You know what I mean? But it's just like, to what extent? Like, would you risk everything? Because Cardi said, your grandkids ain't going to be able to go to college. And I said, oh, that's big. That's hella big. You know what I mean? But girl, I don't know what's going on, girl. The people down there at the courthouse told Tasha she got till a few days, I think it is, to turn up these paperworks. And it's got to corroborate everything that she said on record or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm scared. And they not even coming after me, but I'm scared. I'm terrified. I'm scared for Tasha because, number one, I don't want to see my girl go down like this. I don't. I really don't. But it's kind of like Tasha kind of made the bed, though. Like, she made the bed full of thorns, and here we are. Girl, what is going on? The people at the courthouse is trying to drag you down to the ground. Do you hear me, Tasha K? Tasha K, I know you would never see this video, but girl, listen, we love you. You know, and I don't mean love in the real world, because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But we like you, Tasha. We don't want to see this happen to you, because just like the flip side could have happened if you folded and took the video down, this is also bad on the blogging community, because this could negatively affect us as well, because you're now going to go from the hero or from the martyr, well, from the hero to the martyr, and it's just like, we didn't need that, girl. You don't need that. You got your kids to deal with. You got a husband. They're alleging that he done left you, girl. I don't know what's going on. This is all allegedly. That's what they said. Not what I said. That's what they said. But I'm just sitting here like, I'm scared for you. I am. I'm scared for Tasha K. I really would hate to see her go to prison for bankruptcy fraud. They say she filed the wrong bankruptcy. They say she moving stuff all around allegedly. They said, not me. I didn't say it. They said it. But they say she moving stuff around, and they say Cardi done hired a doggone forensic financial person. I forgot the name of him. But basically, that's just a detective to follow your money, girl. And if they find out you done turned your dollars into gold bricks and hit it off in what is it called? Africa, girl, they say you and your husband gonna be like Joe and Teresa Giudice. Or how they say it, Giudice. I don't know. We gonna say Giudice because we ain't Italian, girl. Girl, Tasha K, run. If I was you, I'd just run. I ain't gonna lie. I'd just run. I'd just go out the country and get another alias, and yeah, I'd just run. I wouldn't be able to face that nation. I done dug too much of a hole, girl. Ain't no way. Now they said, the boy Byron said on the Hip Hop Inquirer, he said that when he went back to check, there's no name under her Tasha K Live thing, so they don't know what she doing, girl. I don't know what Tasha doing. Tasha on vacation. You got Bondy Blue over there doing her show. I seen the people in the comments. Now I don't know Bondy Blue, but Bondy Blue from New Orleans. I seen the people in the comments trying to drag Bondy, talking about where Tasha, where Tasha, where Tasha. We don't want her. Where Tasha, where Tasha. Girl, you best to be glad somebody is over here giving you some content, because Tasha might be on the run, girl. What is you saying? And I like Bondy Blue. She seemed like she cool to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And plus she from New Orleans, so no brainer. But anyway, girl, I was just like, oh my God, like this is a lot going on. I'm pretty sure Tasha K's life is going topsy-turvy. How you say it? Tipsy, topsy-turvy, whatever. It's upside down, girl. I'm pretty sure that household is not doing well. And they said on the Hip Hop Inquirer that just because her husband is not the one filing the bankruptcy doesn't mean that he can't be subpoenaed, doesn't mean that her workers can't be subpoenaed, peers and all these people can't be subpoenaed. And if you are moving stuff into his name, then you could basically implicate him into it too. And I'm sitting here going, oh my God. You ain't, girl, you ain't your husband, girl. Please, this ain't worth all of this, Tasha. Don't crash out like this, Tasha. Find a way to go tell Cardi you sorry, and well, you ain't gonna be able to get the IRS off you. You have a better chance getting Cardi off you than the IRS, girl. Them people do not play. Do you hear me, girl? I remember one time, they had sent me a letter back in the day when I wasn't making no money, girl, and told me I owed them like $500 on my state taxes, girl. When I tell you they started garnishing my check and I almost died, girl, I was like, hell, listen, do you hear me? Listen to me. Them people do not play. Them people was taking my money and I ain't even had none. Was on a payment plan and I didn't have to sign up for it. They signed me up. Girl, I don't play with them people. I don't play with them people, girl. I don't play with them people. I don't, girl. I just want better for Miss Tasha K. Tasha K, you don't deserve it, but you kind of made the bed. We got to be honest with each other. I really hate that it came to this. I wish that it didn't come to this. I wish that we, would be talking about something else. Tasha K, her interviews are amazing. Like, I wish we was, like, really focusing on that. But, unfortunately, Tasha K done got herself into some deep stuff. They say you better have them papers, in a couple of days or a few days, Tasha. And when the audio get released, girl, it's going to be a mess on the YouTube streets, girl. It's a lot, girl. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this Tasha K situation. Listen, I personally, like I said, wish it wasn't happening to either party. Because I don't think what she did to Cardi was right. I was never on... Listen, I've been following Tasha K for years. But I ain't no wino. Because I don't do the gang and the team stuff. That's not me. I don't do that. But I have been following her for years, right? I have been a subscriber of hers. And when all of this was going down and she was saying Cardi had the stuff, and that something of the sort had implicating the baby in that, I was like, oh no, that's wrong. That was a low blow. From the moment she started dragging it and implicating the child, I was like, I ain't with that. That's not cool. You just don't do that. As a mother with children, you know what I'm saying? You just don't do that. But that's just my thoughts. See, I had to come sit in the studio, girl. I ain't been in here in so long, girl. I got cobwebs in the corner. I gotta get my duster, girl. Is that a spider? I don't know, girl. It's been rough, girl. I be on the run. That's why I be making all them voice videos, girl. Because I be on the go, girl. I be having a lot going on. Between my house and my man's house, girl, I be gone. But he down there putting some chicken on the grill. So I'm about to get into those teas and get into good tequila, okay? But y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about, what y'all thoughts are about Tasha K and Cardi B and the I-R to the S and the people with the capital letters, girl. They said it's a possible prison time if they find out she lying. And they said, not me, that it's basically an open and shut case. She been lying her ass off. Girl, Tasha, like I said, just go on a run. Like I said, leave your thoughts because this is getting lengthy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you all later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.